How have you prepared Nicky Friday for this super duper talented Saguaro defensive back group?
Well, we've been practicing all week. We've been doing all the little things that we started at the beginning of the year, so we just continue to do that every week. So this game is, just like any other game, even though it's not, but it is certainly something that we've been prepared for. He's been prepared for, and he's been getting better every week. So.
Is Brendan Rice versus Keely Ringo the matchup of the year, or is this the decoy of the year?
It's hard to say. I mean, Brendan hasn't been stopped by anybody, but if they try to take him away, I think he's, we have plenty of other weapons as well. So if they want to gamble and take other guys and overload on Brendan, we got plenty of other guys that can make plays. So it hasn't worked for too many people.
Who's winning this matchup between Somerville and McGinnis?
I know McGinnis forever. I know his brother. That's my boy till I die. And I got him winning this one. I got McGinnis winning this
Okay. I know you got the ties over at Hamilton. Obviously, you got Hamilton winning this one. Is it going to be close, or is it going to be a blowout?
I'll just be a close game, to be honest. I think it should be good. I'd probably say 34 Hamilton, 28 Saguaro.
What's it going to take for Saguaro to win this game versus 6A powerhouse?
Saguaro has to win the turnover battle, Chili. They got dudes that can do it. You just talked about Keely, Jacoby Covington, Denzel Burke, Will Schaefer at inside linebacker is a tremendous cover linebacker. They got the guys to do it. I think they win this turnover battle, and I think that's what it takes to win this football game.
All right, man, at the end of the first quarter, Hamilton leads 9-0 over the Saguaro team that you picked to win. What is going on? How does Hamilton hold on to this lead to win the game?
Nick Garface pulling, man. He threw a 50-50 ball to Brendan Rice on a huge third down, and Brendan made a phenomenal catch. And then on a touchdown pass to Gabe Armenta, he leaked out of the backfield, went right up the seam, split the safeties, about a 50-plus yard touchdown. Plus, Hamilton also blocked a punt that was huge. Chili kicked a field goal. They're up 9-0 right now.
Hey, Jordan trying to surprise them back. How does Saguaro surprise us and come back with this win?
Well, they're driving down the field right now, Chili. They just have to capitalize on third downs, keep drives alive. They'll be fine. It's still early in this football game.
All right, about to start the second quarter. Chandler versus South Pointe. It's 10-6 at halftime.
It has been a back and forth game. A lot of turnovers on South Pointe's end. Chandler has had a ton of penalties. It really could easily be a 21, 20, 28, 21 game. Anything that's way higher of a score than what it is. But it has been so exciting. Bijan Robinson had a huge one-handed catch, and I think that they're both going to come out fired up after this halftime and just blow it out of the water in the second half.
How is Chandler going to hold on to this 10-6 lead and maybe try to run away with it?
Right now, their run game has been kind of what's been getting it done. Nicholas Nesbitt, I think, has like 3 touches for like over 60 yards already. He's been killing it so far. Eli Sanders is doing his thing. The biggest thing for Chandler is stop with the penalties. I mean, they have several penalties on themselves right now. that's what's killing them.
Discipline.
Yeah, so if they are able to kind of pick things up and stop with the mistakes, they'll be fine.
The super talented linebacking core, Reed or Romney, how have they responded to Bijan Robinson?
Well, it's hard to stop Bijan. He's a next level talent in itself. The secondary's kind of been what's getting it done so far. They've got 2 interceptions on Bourget already, so overall, very defensive game so far.
Hey, all right, and the 7K watch, how are we looking right now? How far is Bijan away?
Check, he's about 32 yards away from what I've got. Unofficial, of course, but 32 yards away.
Hey, your unofficial is better than most officials, so. How is it 10-6?
Turnovers are keeping these guys, both teams, in the game. I think defensively, South Pointe is doing a phenomenal job of containing the run, stopping the run game, but they got to open it up a little bit. Bijan is going to find his rhythm here in the second half, I think. So
yeah,
10-6 right now. I think second half. I think
Tucson coach. So you're going to support this Tucson weight? I'm guessing,
absolutely,
right?
Absolutely. You know, I got friends on both sides, but you know, I think it's going to be a good matchup so that clock hits 0-0.
That's right. Flight 8 coming in here to the playoffs, so it's great to see both on offense and defense. He's making plays.
I want to know how South Pointe is going to come back being down 10-6 versus Chandler team that is got one of the best defenses that I've ever seen at Chandler High.
You know, Chili, South Pointe could be winning this game right now. The one thing they have to do, it's pretty simple, don't turn the ball over. Tracy Bourget, 9 of 11, really efficient, but 2 bad interceptions. They also had the ball, I think, 1st and goal at the 4 and didn't get any points. That's the difference. They're right there. It's been a really entertaining first half. So many good players on this field.
Hey, Bijan Robinson, does he have to put this team on his back? Does he have to just say, hey, it's superstar time and carry this team to victory?
He might have to. I mean, he's averaging over 7 yards a carry, has 54 receiving yards as well. So he's getting it done, but they're going to have to feed him the rock. I don't care how many times he touches it, because he can take it to the house at any time, as we all know.
What has surprised you the most in this 10-6 ball game between Chandler and South Pointe, with Chandler having the lead?
Chandler hasn't been as good as sound as usually are. There's mistakes there that usually don't make in big games. South Pointe hasn't taken advantage of it, and it's going to come back and bite him in the butt here, and I think in the second half. You know, they don't have the size, they don't have the depth to match up with Chandler. If they would have gotten a couple of scores out of those turnovers, it's been a better looking ball game. You know, yet they're down 10-6, you know, they had those turnovers, only they're still down 10 down, so that's bad news for them.
South Pointe trails by 1 right now with the legendary Bijan Robinson, who has surpassed 7,000 rushing yards. What do they have to do to get past Chandler?
I tell you, South Pointe Catholic has truly come with it. They've got to do a little bit of mix of short pass, and obviously they got to feed Bijan, but overall the Lancers have impressed everybody, including Chandler. They got to keep up that momentum.
All right, and what's Chandler got to do to hold on to this 1-point lead?
For the Wolves, they have to be penalty-free in this 4th quarter, and they have to convert all 30.
Today and every day.
Come on, Nate, go hit that hole. Get him, Tate. Wrap him out! Wrap him out! God damn it.
Get there. Don't leave him late.
All right, man, so what did you take away from this whole open experience?
You know, it was amazing playing against Chandler, number 17 team in the nation. You know, we hung in there with them. We made some mistakes. We just got to learn from it. I got 2 more years, and thank you to all the seniors and the fans and just South Pointe and Coach Benet. Just got to thank you for everything.
And, you know, getting this opportunity to play with Bijan and Lathan, you know, what was that experience like all season?
You know, Bijan and Lathan, they're just amazing athletes, amazing people on and off the field, in the classroom, everywhere they go. And I know their success is gonna go way more off the field.
And with the departures, obviously Bijan, Lathan, and Coach Benet are leaving. What is going on with the future over at South Pointe?
We're not stopping. We're gonna keep working. We got to keep go straight to the gym next semester and just keep working. And we're not done yet.
Now, were you surprised at their grit being a 4A team?
We knew they had good players, but it was just a matter of us playing hard and worrying about us like we usually do.
All right, now being in this open division, you get this unique opportunity. Now you get to go take on another 4A team since the World beat Hamilton. What are you looking forward to the most?
Everybody's been talking about this matchup. You know, you can't really say much more. You just got to wait and see.
You want Keely, you want Jacoby?
I'm just going to play.
Late game heroics, a lot of late game stacks, doing your little thing. Seems like you just keep eating all these quarterbacks, all these running backs, defensive line swallowing them up. What's going on?
Yes, sir. Definitely takes a lot of preparation. You know, we came in all week just focus on the little things to get back to greatness, and we came out here with a W.
Now, they had a legendary running back in Arizona, Bijan Robinson, but y'all didn't seem consumed by that. How were y'all able to just focus on everything else and just let the game come to you?
We just approached us like every other game. You know, we just had to focus on the little things. Just take every week, every day, just constantly preparation. He's definitely a great back. Respect out to him, but we just took it as any other game.
Now, obviously, you know you're one of the best 2021 players in the state. You guys got Saguaro. Any little personal competition between like you and Quentin Somerville, another talented 2021 kid?
Quentin's definitely my guy. I definitely want to link with him. So we're gonna see. It's gonna be good competition.
Well, y'all definitely gonna link on December 7th.
Yeah.
Y'all definitely gonna link on December 7th.
Yep.
So I mean that's gonna happen.
Definitely shout out Jalen Jeffers, Graham, and all of them. Definitely good guys. Respect out to them. It's gonna be a dogfight, and I'm looking forward to it.
Legendary career, 7,000 yards rushing, numerous trips to the championship game, this open division. What's been the most memorable thing at South Pointe?
Well, I mean, everything's been a blessing, you know, from being a team player on this team and, you know, how much we've accomplished and how hard we work. And, I mean, the most memorable thing is, you know, just being together every day, even when we're not in football season, you know, how much we love on each other. You know, we're never looking for, you know, disrespect. And, you know, everything that, you know, Coach Benet has taught us, just be great men off the football field and be great people. That's been the most memorable thing.
Talking about Coach Benet, what was the most memorable moment with him?
Just, you know, if you see us in practice, you know, we just joke around, mess around all the time. You know, if he says something dumb, like I'm gonna capitalize off it, and I might say something, you know, dumb, and he'll be like, "What?" Like this dude, and we'll just start clowning on each other. But just as much as we love each other, and you know, I know I work hard. I probably get on his nerves sometimes, but you know, it's always respect between me and him through everything. And you know, he's been one of the biggest father figures for me. You know, other than my grandpa, you know, in my life.
And talk to me about some of your teammates. Let's run through some of them real quick. One, I want to know about your relationship with like Lathan Ransom over the years, like what you guys have built.
I mean, we've been with each other since we were, you know, 5 years old. We played against each other, you know, until we were 12, and then that's when we started playing on the same team in the Pointe League, and then, you know, how we bring that intensity to high school and, you know, try to, you know, do great things like we've been doing. You know, it means a lot being with Lathan, and just how hard he pushes me, you know, every single day, and I try to push him, you know, just as hard.
And let's go to one of your younger guys, Trayson Bourget. Talk to me about the relationship with Trayson.
And then with Trayson, you know, I knew him since we were in 6th grade. You know, it's always been brother, you know, just love for us. You know, we played on turf together, and, you know, how we get championships there, it's the same love here when he came here. And it was a blessing getting him here because, you know, that's what we needed to try to get over a hump. But, you know, how he handles himself, you know, and how he's matured these last, you know, 5 years, it's been the best thing to see for him.
All right, and you know, I gotta know, man, being at South Pointe, the academics are crazy, and I know you're going to Texas, and I want to know which one of your teachers had the most profound impact on you.
I mean, all of them have the most impact. You know, I have a teacher right now named Mr. E. How he teaches me to be, you know, just a great person. You know, we have government, but, you know, it's more than government in his class. You know, he tells me, you know, a lot of stuff off the field, how to live life, you know, in this world, and, you know, if you have spotlight or if you don't, how to handle yourself as a person. So he's been a big impact, you know, for me.
All right, 24-16, Chandler beat South Pointe, kind of close. I think a lot closer than a lot of people expected, although I did have Chandler winning by 1. What were some of the most surprising things from this game that you took away?
The way that South Pointe moved the ball. Bijan didn't have as many carries as I thought he might have. He only had 8 in the first half.
Were you surprised to see Chandler able to kind of contain Bijan Robinson?
I mean, they have very good defensive coaches
depending on
there.
how you define the word contain, because I know
he still had about 110 yards, I think, maybe about 17 carries, something like that. He was under his 10-yard average that he usually gets. I think he's averaging 13 for his career. I mean, just a very tough running back to stop. So Chandler was putting a lot of hats on the ball, and I think there was the defensive line had a size advantage as well, and you really saw that in the second half. I think they finished the game with 6 sacks, most of those coming in the second half.
So we have finally made it down to the final 2 for the open division. It looks like it is going to be Saguaro, who just beat Hamilton 20-16, and they are going to be playing Chandler, who just disposed of South Pointe 24-16. What do you think about this big matchup between Saguaro and Chandler?
Well, I've already got people in my mention saying this is what they've been waiting for a long time. So I think
this is why they made the open.
This is
what they made it for.
They did it. Now that matchup is going to be something else. I'm excited for it personally.
And we got 2 weeks.
Hey, Keely Ringo, Jacoby Covington.
Yeah.
I'm wondering if
Day-Day's got 2 weeks to try to heal up.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Hey, I'm wondering if he's gonna heal up and be ready in time. Mikey Keene, man, this game's gonna be crazy. Will Schaefer, Sellers had like 6 sacks tonight.
This might be.
Chandler had 6 sacks tonight.
This might be the one game that we have a ton of D1 players on the field at the same exact time, and I'm excited for it.
Who's the most talented defensive player on that field in the 2021 class? Somerville or Buckner?
Oh, you can't do that to me. Oh man.
Oh,
I'm going Somerville. 2021 defensive player.
You know what? Because he said Somerville, I'll go with Buckner. I'll go with Buckner.
Me?